This is all about language, the final video in the language series by the Early Years Project. So, within the language series, we've talked about what language is, how it's different than communication, two types of language, the types of language processing, and how children learn language, milestones. We've talked about risk factors for language delays, referrals, and in the last video of this series, we just talked about fostering development. As a reminder, communication and language are so important in their respective areas, but they're both very intertwined. So, language I like to describe as the road. So, we have the same beginning spot and the same ending spot. We could be driving down the same road. Language is like the car. So have different types of cars. Somebody can be driving a Ford, somebody a Toyota, but we still have that same road that we're trying to get to and that same location we're trying to get to. What are the two overarching types of language? Receptive language, which is really referring to what we understand, and expressive language, which refers to what we use. How can we work on language development at any age? Well, at any age, we really want to talk about our routine and model language through everything. We want to provide responses when they ask us questions. I know at times it can be a little testing of your patience, but this is really how children learn language. They love to ask questions. That's how they're learning about their environment. Provide models of nonverbal communication like gestures, eye gaze, if applicable, and imitating or it's expanding on a child's word. So they may say car, and you can add, oh, that's a red car. The red car drives fast. So building on their words and their phrases. Remember that a caregiver is with their child a majority of the time. So it's really nice to think of it as like a sports team. So caregivers are the captain of their child's language development. Professionals, speech language pathologists, different developmental therapists, pediatricians, what have you, professionals can coach, but really it's the caregiver that's the captain. And they're the one that executes the plays when the coach isn't there. So while therapists are very, very important, they're only with the child for 6% of their week, the child's week. So 6% of the child's week. The caregiver is with the child the other 94%. So let that sink in. Yes, it is the job of therapists to work on these skills, but it's also their job to teach parents how, and parents and caregivers how to work on these skills at home. We thank you so much for viewing this video series. The Early Years Project is funded by Illinois Eddy in collaboration with Illinois Hands and Voices Guide by Your Side. We invite you to take out your smartphone and scan the QR codes to take you to a survey where it will provide more feedback for us and how we can modify this module and how we can best support parents, caregivers, and early educators and early childhood providers. Thank you.